I've made a video in the past saying we need to talk about the Nephilim more, and that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I feel like there's something I've discovered. I say discovered, but it's not the first time someone said this, but it's the first time someone's going to say this online that isn't in a ridiculing, mocking way towards the concept of the Nephilim. And this idea is that clowns, as we know them today, and have always known them to look, are in fact copies of the Nephilim. Clown culture itself is a reference to, literally, the Nephilim that we talk about in the conspiracy culture. Now this is very relevant because obviously you must have seen flurries of videos being created by theorists online right now about the mass sighting of clowns appearing, luring children into the woods with money, candy, to do God knows what with them. And these sightings have been growing in number and spreading across, well, America, the UK, and possibly the globe. Why? Should be the question. Why are these clowns appearing? And that has been the question for many people. I think I may have an answer, and the answer lies in the giants of the past. And perhaps this is symbolic of them returning. Now, of course, there were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, after the sons of God came unto the daughters of men and bore offspring. These giants were men of renown for a short time, and perhaps even worshipped as gods and idolised for their strength and stature, before they inevitably turned against one another. Cannibalistic in nature, these beasts would eat people and even each other before God finally decided enough was enough, wiped out the earth with a flood, saved Noah, the only human beings left on the planet, and started again. Now, the disembodied spirits of these Nephilim giants are the demons we know of today that like to possess people and mess with people and just generally send them down a very, very, very dark path. Now, I had a vision, and I literally mean that. The only way to describe it is a vision. I was laid in bed one night, not quite asleep, when suddenly a noise filled my head of loud static, and an image flashed in front of my eyes for only 10 seconds. And the image was of a giant jester. That's the only way to describe it. A jester. Coming out of a enormous wall. Its profile protruding out, its back melded in with the wall around it. And around this giant was tiny golden vehicles. But they weren't tiny, they were huge. But from my perspective looking up, I could just see gold dots whizzing around this beast. Now when I say jester, don't be confused. Because for the 10 seconds I saw this thing, it wasn't a jester I was looking at. It was a black and white lined fractaled being whose head was shaped like what jesters wear as a hat. It wasn't wearing a hat, its skull was literally shaped like that. Pointy, flopped over slightly. And then the vision left, along with the loud static noise, and I was left in awe thinking, where did that come from? Because I certainly didn't imagine that. I had no need or want or thought to imagine that vision. It just came to me around 5 months ago randomly when I was in bed, and I even drew what I saw. Roughly. Its face anyway. But like I said, its head was shaped like that of a jester's hat. It had a wide, wide smile. A lot like the clowns we see of today. And it's this vision which got me onto this idea, which has led me to make this video today, 5 months later. Because since these clowns started to appear, I've been thinking about this jester image and just what the Nephilim would have looked like once upon a time, or perhaps what they look like now on the other side. Now, one of the most recent altercations mankind has had with the Nephilim is a tribe in America, I believe, of Indians who had a problem with about 9 feet tall giants who were terrorizing their tribe and eating their people. It was known that these pale-skinned, red-haired giants with 2 sets of teeth and 6 fingers were hiding out in a cave. So the tribe set fire to the front of the cave and smoked them out and probably burned them alive. And that was the last we saw of those giants. But the description of giants is and always has been pale skin, red hair. Now these are clowns by today's standards. This is what a clown would stereotypically be. This is how people would dress. And often we see clowns with a wide grin, a wide-lipped smile, a large mouth, and sharp teeth, if you're going down the Halloween route, but I'm starting to realise there isn't any difference. I believe Bozo the Clown was known for heinous acts with children. And then we have Krusty the Clown on The Simpsons, which is clearly a direct parody of Bozo the Clown, the paedophile. You look at Sideshow Bob, and his stature, his physique, his large feet are not dissimilar from the giant I saw, his hair included, in my vision. Like I said, there is only one other video stating this concept online, and it is from someone who made the video a couple of years ago, off the top of my head I think, taking the piss out of anybody who even believes in giants and Nephilim, saying, oh well, they must just be crazy clowns, thinking he's making a clever joke, when actually, without realising it, he's telling the truth. Nephilim looked like clowns. White skin, red hair, big wide smiles. If we look at Attack on Titan now, though the red hair is missing, the wide smile motif is used there too. This cartoon imagining the end of the world due to giants. We know CERN is trying to rip open the veil and bring these entities, these Nephilim spirits that are on the other side, the giants in the fractaled matrix on the other side, back here. Could we see perhaps that these satanic people who are dressing like clowns and luring children into the woods are symbolically sending a message to everyone else who knows the Nephilim are returning? They are almost here. I think that's what this is all about. These aren't just random occurrences from random people who are doing it because they think it's funny. This is a coordinated message which the news is propagating to send out to all other people in the know in these occult circles that the Nephilim are coming back. So like I said, red hair, pale skin, but another motif I've noticed is that they're always wearing striped lined, multicoloured, crazy patterned clothing. Do you think that might be symbolic perhaps of the fractaled matrix, the second heaven, where they are bodiless behind the veil? Multicoloured, multifaceted, not physical as we know it, but incredibly trippy world that they are stuck in and want to be free from and lure people to communicate them from, and with Ouija boards and any other occult method they possibly can, including sacrifice, summon them from the fractaled matrix. So the clown costume itself has been explained with this theory, I believe. And I wouldn't have known any of this or even bothered to link clowns with Nephilim if I hadn't had this 10-second vision of a giant, jester-like creature fractaled in its image. Another confirmation I got for this was when I saw a video of an artist who was showing his work where he had drawn a demon, where a demon appeared to manifest behind him, showing its arms stuck into his back. The pattern on this demon was black and white stripes, just like the demon I witnessed in that vision. I don't think it was a coincidence anymore. I stopped believing in coincidences a long time ago. So ladies and gentlemen, when you see clowns, when they reference their large feet in their big shoes and their pale skin and red hair, they are referencing the giants of the past. These things were hideous looking abominations, terrifying and awe-inspiring. We don't want them back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, you need to know now that you need Jesus Christ. He is the only protection against these beasts. In His name we have the power to tread on serpents and to cast out demons, and that's exactly what these things are. So protect yourself, get wise to the truth, and understand what's really going on. This is a spiritual message I'm sending you today to a very physical image. If you don't know this interpretation, share it with as many people as you can and get to know it, because this is the answer as far as I can see. I'm open to suggestions, I'm open to skeptics to consider why clowns may not be Nephilim, but I think you'll find, like I did, the parallels are uncanny. So thank you, that's all I want to say about this. Anything else you want to share with me about this topic, please send it my way. That would be very interesting. But considering that this is a hot topic right now for most conspiracy theorists, this is something you need to consider. This is a very important part of the puzzle. And it may explain why we have men dressing like clowns in the 21st century, luring children with sweets and money.
We're out here running, and I swear to fucking God, man, we just saw a clown up over the suspension bridge, and I'm sort of freaking out about it. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck are you doing, man? It's 7:30 in the morning. Have you heard about all this shit? People are freaking out about this. Yo, does he have a fucking knife? Yo, Patrick, he has a knife. Dude, what the... What the fuck? What the fuck?